Welcome back to the Stoop football fans. It's your boy Lolo. I'm back here with Mark, of course. It is Patty's Day.
Hey,
Patty's Day. We got ourselves some Guinness. Guinnesses? Guinness?
Guineas. No,
Guineas.
wait a minute.
No,
we
don't
can't
have
say that.
Guineas. What are you talking about?
Can't say that.
It is Patty's Day for us, but of course you guys are seeing this on another day. I don't know when they're watching it, but we are talking Premier League Weekend Watch List.
Premier League Weekend Watch List.
So for this week's Weekend Watch List, we're going to start off. I mean, there's only 4 matches this week, so
That's it?
yeah, there's only 4 matches this week. It's a weird week, and then it goes to there's like FA Cup, and then there's international break, so it's weird. So these
I know the answer to this. Things the Wolves have nothing to worry about. Things the Wolves will not participate in.
It's called Wolverhampton Spring Break, I think.
Going back to that prediction, Raul Jimenez coming back against West Ham April 3rd, 2nd, whenever that game is. He's going to be back.
Speaking of West Ham, that is actually the match that we are here to talk about today.
All right.
So this episode is all about West Ham United against my Arsenal, where we're going to kick some Arsenal. We're going to destroy these hammers.
They're going to get helped out by Barsenal.
Oh my God, he will not give this up. He shows up showing me like replays of Wolverhampton possible penalties that should have been penalties, and I'm like, get the fuck out of here. As long as David Luiz gets sent off the pitch for his kneecap accidentally touching the clip of a stud of Willian Jose.
Who's bringing things up
Who's
now?
bringing shit up? You show up with your, look at this video. This should have been a penalty. Fuck off. But anyway, you know me and Mark only half know what we're talking about, so we brought in some guys who 3/4 know what they're talking about. So first up, we have Mr. Matt Cantac representing Arsenal. What's up, Matt? How you doing?
What's up, guys? You know, it's weird that Mark would say Arsenal because that's the first time I've ever heard it. And the decision this weekend didn't go to VAR, so you really can't apply it, you know?
Exactly. Well, that's what he's saying it should have.
Yeah, but it shouldn't. We all know that, and that's why Mark's here, because he doesn't know.
Well, to bring in some West Ham opinion, we brought in a guy with an accent that sounds funny to us, but not to most of our viewers. Everybody say what's up to Adam from West Ham Is Why We Drink podcast. What's going on, Adam? Welcome to the Stoop for the first time, man.
Thanks for having me on. I know that you've had my partner in crime, Wayne, on, but I'm the slightly better looking and slightly less talented of the two.
Oh, man. Oh man, well he's not talented at all. We thought you were the brains behind the operation.
Okay,
we may have to cut
He's
this.
the one that does all the work. I just get to come on and do the fun bits. So yeah, he's the worker.
Okay, yeah.
And so who does the research, or is it all by heart? It's all just pure heart.
Research? What the hell is that?
I knew you guys were perfect for our show.
This
I knew
is
you guys were perfect for our
This is
show.
exactly it.
Mark was like, I did these notes. Did you read them? I was like, I saw
No.
that you sent them, and I'm very impressed
What notes for
that
these?
you sent them. Did not read them.
Dear Mr. Cotter.
All right, fellas. Well, let's get into it. Let's talk West Ham United, Arsenal. West Ham punching above their weight,
That's
right?
right. I
Right?
think so.
Okay, is everybody in agreement? They're
I
punching
think
above
so.
their weight?
You have to be. You'd have to say they are, right? Like, they were a relegation side in August, we all thought. Playing great. They're a lovely team to watch right now, but
Yeah.
I think this is the part of the season where we see, you know, who's going to be sticking around for the long haul, and who, like West Ham, you've already seen it kind of slipping a little bit, and I just like the form that Arsenal are in to maybe hammer home 4 goals this weekend.
Hammer home. You get it?
home.
You get it?
I get it.
Strike
I get
while
it.
the iron is hot.
You guys like? Oh, I love it. I love it.
Wow.
And now I think Adam's a little outnumbered here, and that's all right. But
No,
that's
trust me.
fine.
He is
That's
not on
fine
our
because
side. He is not
I'm
on
going
our
to be
side.
the winning. We're going to be the winning team. I mean, first of all, slicked a little bit. Oh yeah, because we lost to the team in first and in second in the league.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
mean,
I was
we're
actually
not
going to
really
back you up there.
expecting,
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
they're they're a little bit, I don't know if you've had many good. How's it been against Man City for Arsenal? I can't remember.
Oh,
How's it been against Man City for anyone?
Terrible, right? Yeah.
United did very
But
well.
I'm just saying, like, you guys have slid down the table a couple spots. That's, and this is the time of year where typically you would see a team that has been overachieving, sort of like market correction. They'll come back to a more reasonable spot in the table, and you might say Arsenal might then slip to 12th. I don't know, but
honestly,
yeah,
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't say that because this season, really, I've only been focusing on the teams that are challenging for the top 6. So I'm not that sure what Arsenal have been doing. They've not really been on the radar, mate.
Yeah, no, I feel you, man.
So let's
deserve all of that smoke. I get it.
I wanna. So let's beg the question. Let's ask this question: If Arsenal beats West Ham, when, depending on who you are, let's just say when Arsenal beats West Ham, can Arsenal start talking top 5?
We'll do both. We will stop the start of the talk about top 5.
Yeah. And I think
I don't know who's talking
looking,
about top 5 though.
We're looking top 6 at best, I think. We're trying.
Your guys' schedule gets really soft at the end of the season.
But right now, I think we're about to hit Man City and Liverpool, aren't we?
No, I think it's West Ham, Liverpool, and then it sort of eases up. We've played City twice.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, thankfully.
And you guys
I don't even watch those.
And Arsenal finishes with I think Southampton, Newcastle, and Brighton.
Yeah, but look, we finished
Adam,
last.
This is the guy. Mark is the guy that doesn't know anything, by the way. He's just
I know because I pulled up.
Schedule.
Don't worry, I know because I pulled up the fixtures and that's totally wrong. You play Chelsea, Palace, and Brighton. So much for research. This is why I don't bother.
I don't know.
But do you see what I mean? He was so confident that I'm sitting here, the Arsenal fan, going,
and he's
"Yeah,
like, yeah, I
that
think
sounds
so."
awesome. That sounds awesome."
No, but it does get soft somewhere along the line, doesn't it?
Well, usually
Chelsea and Brighton.
Yeah, Chelsea's pretty easy these days. Listen. I think beating West Ham would be amazing because I think they are a really good team right now. I think David Moyes forgot how good you are when he saw the shield of Man United and all the memories of being at Man United came back into his head, and he played the way you guys were playing at the beginning of the year, as opposed to the way that you went against Man City. You guys went at Man City. The way you went against Tottenham, you went at Tottenham. And then
here's the only thing I think. So I just think the only possible explanation is that maybe Man United are still paying Moyes because he probably got a big contract. He's probably still on the payroll because every time we play Man United, he just all right, well, we're just not going to score a goal. And I mean, I love Mark Noble. He's a servant to the club. But we've already got Rice and Souček as holding midfielders. We don't need another holding midfielder. It's just a terrible idea. So, but it does mean that when we come to play Arsenal, I'm expecting that it's going to be a pretty comprehensive victory.
Well, here's the thing. It depends which West Ham shows up, and it depends which Arsenal shows up. Well, because the Arsenal that showed up against Tottenham and against Wolves for the first few minutes and against Leeds United, teams like that where we came out, and Leicester, where we came out balling, versus other times when we come out and we're like, I don't know, do you want the ball? Not really.
Which West Ham game Wolves are you talking about?
Arsenal.
Oh. I thought you were
talking about Wolves, Mark, just to be clear.
Us.
Yeah, we're not talking about Wolves.
God damn Unless it's in relation to Arsenal.
Yeah, well.
And what I'm saying is if West Ham comes out the way Tottenham came out against us, or the way you guys came out against Man United, where you were like, okay, don't let them score, then I think we have a better shot. But if you guys come out balling and attacking us and pressing us, that's when we make mistakes. That's when our weaknesses are exposed. We have a lot of speed up front, a lot of young energy up front, and playmakers up front. But when teams are attacking us and pressing us like crazy, they fall off, and they can't do anything because our defense is so bad. Am I wrong, Matt?
I think our defense is inconsistent. I would say when they're not making mistakes, our defense can be very good, a la the Tottenham.
So
game.
that's super consistent. So when we're not making mistakes, we're fantastic. When we are making mistakes, we're terrible. That's consistency.
So you don't know what you're going to get, right?
Yes, there you go.
If we're playing, if we play a midfield that can retain the ball and take the pressure off of our back line, or Suarez or Bellerin and Tierney are bombing forward, and that sort of like keeps the ball in the middle third or the attacking third, takes the pressure off of Luis, and he doesn't have to make mistakes, or doesn't come under that pressure. Now, if we're not controlling the midfield, we're in trouble, right? So it depends on the team that we field against Olympiacos on Thursday, right? Will probably big difference in who we put on the field against West Ham. And I know, like, West Ham, they're doing great, and they don't have to worry about these problems that Arsenal has, like multiple competitions and stuff like that, So they can just put whoever they need to out there to get a
Don't worry about it, because next season, you won't have to worry about it either.
No, I understand.
Thank God.
Well, there's some automatic qualifiers for them. There's the
we
Carabao
could
Cup
win Europa.
We're going to win the North London Derby Europa League. Don't you worry.
Exactly.
All right? But listen, you talk about winning the midfield. Let's go. Hey, we're recording here, you dick. Let's go back to what Adam was just saying, a couple names that he just mentioned with Thomas Souček and Declan Rice. I would say, two of the best midfielders this season.
Yeah. Sure.
I think they're probably the best midfield partnership in the Premier League.
Partnership for sure. But individually, you talk about Souček being a holding midfielder,
are we just like not thinking about like dudes like KDB and Ilkay Gundogan
who's been out?
Holding.
Okay.
I mean, I'm talking like two holding midfielders that play together pretty much every game. Obviously Man City are a different class. But
we're not even including Man City. We're not even including Man City.
I mean, you did say the best in the league, that's all. I just had to take umbrage with that.
But I think as a partnership, they probably are. I mean, because Man City Pep rotates his squad all the time.
Yeah.
And so that consistency, and I think it's too frequent that people forget about how important consistency is. Like, it makes such a big difference.
Quiet on set.
I'm a card-carrying member of the you need consistency to win. Like, I'm in that camp 100%.
We're going to talking Man City, talking consistency. They have a 20-man rotating consistency, which is absolutely unbelievable. Okay, so consistency is key, right, Kantak? That's where Souček and Declan Rice have been there every single game since Souček got there, since Rice got there, and I think that's key. And here's the thing about why I think West Ham is going to treat this like more of a derby than it already is because when we played them last time, and we won when we really shouldn't have. I think our episode was titled.
Arsenal impressive, West Ham unlucky.
Arsenal impressive, West Ham unlucky. And Mark goes, you should have switched that to West Ham impressive. Or no.
West Ham impressive, Arsenal lucky.
Yeah. And you guys, we were like, okay, here we go. And we just went, boo! And you guys just went the other way and took off. So I think you guys will be looking back at that match against Arsenal as dropped points. When in the beginning of the season, it was all about any point you could get. But now looking back going, wait, Arsenal was that shitty and we lost to them? We got to get, we're owed 3 points from Arsenal. So that's why I think you guys are going to come in fighting. Not to mention you guys are actually fighting for something. We're fighting, we're still fighting to finish just above Tottenham.
And as well, like, you guys have obviously got the Europa League game, and so you know, I think at this point, it's pretty widely accepted that Arsenal's only shot at Champions League is winning the Europa, and so I expect that tomorrow night, or tonight if you're watching it, tomorrow, that you're going to play a strong team, even though you're 2 goals up against Olympiacos.
3 away goals, though. I mean, it's wrapped up.
It is not wrapped up. Stop saying that, Kantak.
Listen, man, didn't something happen to
I'm the first
Liverpool
one
where they were
be a
down
little
like by
pessimistic
5 or
about
something?
the team. But this is.
Do you think he's going to play a weakened team?
Yeah. I think you'll see like El Neni against Olympiacos. Maybe like
Willian
for sure. Pepe. We'll probably rest Emile Smith-Rowe. We might play Willian where Odegaard would play. Would maybe give Callum Chambers another run out at right back.
maybe let Aubameyang play.
Yeah, that's his punishment
play?
Is playing.
He's gotta
Aubameyang's
continue
punishment
that
is playing now in the Europa League tie when we have 3 away goals.
At center back.
But yeah, I think if we didn't have this 3 away goal advantage in Europa, we'd probably field a stronger team against them and a weaker team against West Ham. But I think we have the luxury of not fielding the strongest team to save them for West Ham. And why not make yes, the league is out, obviously. Champions League spot, Europa League spot is out unless we win Europa League. Why not make a little statement when we can, right? Like, we have the opportunity to make the statement against West Ham. Like, yeah, it's a nice little, 3/4 of the season you've had.
And also it's going into an international break, so it's not like we have immediate matches.
Exactly.
And I think Matt, you're onto something here. Had we lost to Tottenham, it would have been more of a fuck it, put whoever out there against West Ham.
Let's keep the
but we
momentum
won,
going,
So wait a minute. We can actually make some ground on, Liverpool's slipping. Tottenham's not looking great. Okay, Everton, Aston Villa, West Ham, and West Ham is actually one that. So I don't know. So I think you're right that we may field a half team, a half good team against Olympiacos and a more decent team than we would have against West Ham.
Yeah, I think we'll be more aggressive in our lineup against West Ham than we will against Olympiacos for sure.
Yeah.
And that's
honestly, I don't think it will matter though. I mean, I don't think it matters who you put out because it's not just the fact that players are getting rest; it's preparation. Yeah. We've had a whole week to prepare for this game, and you guys will have 1 day, 2 days at most. And I think that we're coming off of a game where we really didn't play well against Man United. We didn't attack. We saved ourselves a little bit, and I think that we are going to absolutely come out of the blocks. We're at home, which I know there's no fans, but it still makes a bit of a difference. I mean, we've performed very well.
Damn it.
Not this season, man.
That's true, though. You guys are at home.
Yeah,
which
but I don't
sucks
think
for
it matters
me.
anymore.
No, it sucks for me because I'm going to be watching it and my daughter's going to be rooting for y'all because you blow fucking bubbles the whole time. And she's like, is this the team that blows bubbles? Every time I'm watching football, she walks. So that means she's already rooting against me no matter what.
You're not quite old enough to understand how the song goes, but they do blow bubbles.
Isn't she a bit young to have seen Green Street Hooligans? Like, where are you as a parent right now?
They're in Brooklyn. She's definitely not too young.
She's actually in a gang.
Yo, yeah.
You saw what happened to one of her friends.
For real. Yeah. She's working on her blow-up letters right now.
Adam, I hear what you're saying about the preparation. I just think, like, the players we're playing right now are so young. Like, the team we played against, guys, half of that squad that was on our bench is not even with the club anymore. So, you're watching game film, you're watching tape, and we're doing the same thing. Like, our coaching staff is doing the same thing on you guys. And we just got a really young attacking squad behind Aubameyang or Lacazette. Those front three, whoever we put out there, Emile Smith-Rowe, Odegaard, and Saka, if he's fit for the game. Like, you guys haven't seen those guys yet. So
Saka's not.
You can watch all the film you want, but those guys are on fire. I mean, like, Saka and Emile Smith-Rowe they're both going for the same spot that Foden and Grealish are going for in the the national team. You know, these guys are hungry, man. They want it. They're gonna come take it from you. Yeah.
Smith Rowe's the one with a hairline like yours, right?
No.
No, Smith Rowe looks
Isn't
like
he
Simple Jack.
young looking, but looks like he's already going bald.
Yes,
He's blonde,
yes.
I guess. You could
He
say.
does, and he
If
wears.
that's
he
your way of
wears.
saying blonde, then yeah.
He wears his socks like Grealish, but he has
I only watched him play once, and honestly, I mean, maybe he had a bad game, but the game I watched him play, I thought, what is this kid doing playing in the Premier League? He should definitely be in the Championship or League One. But maybe he just had a bad game. I mean, maybe just had a bad game. I can't remember what game it was. It was a couple of months ago. But you guys are coming off a run of good results. I mean, I will give you that. You know, against Tottenham, obviously they made it half themselves. I hate Tottenham, so I really wanted you to win that game.
But listen, minus forget about the red card that came later. We had already, at that point in the game, we had already shut down their big four, their front four. They threw all their players at us. And, you know, his son gets injured, but then Lamela comes in and has a really good game.
No, he scores a good goal. I don't think he has a good game. Obviously,
no, that's a very good game for me, for Lamela. That's a fantastic game. Exactly.
Was he on your fantasy
But then
team?
Dele Alli comes in and has another great game where he completely whiffs on a perfect cross from Harry Kane. Fantastic game. But we had already essentially shut them down. So what makes you think, like, who is it? Mikel Antonio? Who is it that's going to break us down? If Harry Kane, Gareth Bale, and Lucas Moura and Sonny couldn't do it, who do you have?
Jesse Lingard.
You know what? I would say, Adam, I'd say you have a point if we were playing at the Emirates, because Lingard does have a history of turning the Emirates into his own personal dance floor, but it's not. We're at whatever training ground you guys call home, and I don't see that. Like,
just you wait, because Lingard will destroy. David Luiz is already a liability. There's no chance. Him against Antonio or Lingard, I mean, he's hopeless. The only hope for you is that when he fouls those players, that it's outside of the area. Yeah, I mean, really, that's the only hope.
I agree, bro. If you've watched me on this show, you will know 100%. All I say is David Luiz and Granit Xhaka are walking liabilities. It's only a matter of time.
Well, fellas,
I agree with you.
Fellas,
he's just in a really good run of form.
All right, fellas. Well, that's been a fun conversation. But now, before we run out of time, let's do predictions. So, Mark, I want to start with you as a neutral fan here. What is your prediction for the final score of the game? And if bonus points if you can pick the players.
Oh, picking the players is going to be kind of tough. But this is going West Ham's way. You know, you ask the question, what are they going to do? How are they going to do it? West Ham plays as a complete team. I think. More so than Arsenal does. So I'm going to say it's going to be 2-0 West Ham. Antonio's going to get a little toe poke. After that, I'm not exactly sure who's going to get the other one. But 2-0 West Ham.
Dude! Matt, 2-0 West Ham?
It's like, I love Mark's go-to. Anyone playing Arsenal is a complete team, and they will just figure out a way to score against Arsenal.
Your captain can't even show up to meetings on time.
He was stuck in traffic.
He was stuck in traffic. What are you going to do? Like,
you know what? 4 out of 5 days a week, I was stuck in traffic when going to work.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you probably should have been benched.
And I was making minimum wage. No.
All right, Matt, what's your prediction?
Man, I really don't know all that much about West Ham, with good reason, because they were predicted to be in the bottom of the table, so I didn't really bother. But
you're missing some good soccer.
I'm going, I have, regrettably. I'm gonna go 3-0 Arsenal, just because I think that's the form we're in.
Are you crazy?
Maybe it's St. Patty's Day. I've had 7 beers and 3 shots. Fuck
Oh my
me,
goodness.
you know? I'm going out on a ledge.
He hasn't even
I've
left
only had
home
one
yet.
beer, and I'm like, stop, start.
Bro, I've been in Queens and back today.
Adam, okay, what do you say?
Well, I mean, I think good research, by the way, over there, Mark. I think 2-0 is probably a good. I think that's probably a good shout. And I'm being generous because you guys are Arsenal, so I don't want to be too disrespectful. But I mean, first of all, I don't think Arsenal are going to score a goal because, like you say, I mean, your best player doesn't even bother showing up on time. Shows how much he cares. And that's the thing. We have got a team that actually gives a shit about West Ham. You have got a bunch of mercenaries who give a shit about making money. And the reality is our team unit are going to be too much for Arsenal. That's why you're mid-table and we're going for Champions League. So I think it will be 2-0, Jesse Lingard and Craig Dawson, because Craig Dawson scores every game. Might not be in the right goal every game, but he scores every game.
I mean, listen, this guy that's our captain that can't show up on time is joint top scorer since January. Like, for all that he's out of form.
Listen.
Goals in the league since January. Well, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. Well, my prediction, and I already had this prediction before all y'all started chiming in with your nonsense, is actually a combination of it all. And I'm going 3-2 to the mighty Arsenal. I think it's going to be a back and forth, and there's going to be some sort of incident towards the 85th minute that gives Arsenal, I was going to say a penalty, but no, a free kick outside the box, and Pepe curls it in. And Mark is going to be like, that's never a penalty. And I'm like, it's outside of the box. Clearly it's not a penalty. You know what I mean.
I mean,
makes me sound like Kevin from The
Man
Office.
City have only managed to score 3 goals against us in 2 games. So I can't believe you think for a second that Arsenal have got a chance at scoring 3 goals in this game. If they do that, I'll do whatever. Whatever forfeit needs to be done. Arsenal will not score 3 goals.
All right.
We're keeping receipts. We're keeping receipts on that.
I'm going to find a barber in Texas, and you're going to get the cannon in the side of your head.
You organise it, I'll do it. Are you going to get the irons in yours if we score 3?
I'll get crossed hammered.
Yeah. Sure, let's do it. And I got plenty because you know what? Leeds United fans bet me that I would get a top knot if they beat us, and look how well they did. So bring it on. Come on, you Gunners. Come on, you Gunners.
3 goals gets you all a haircut.
3 goals. So it's not win, it's 3 goals.
Oh.
All right.
Oh
3 goals.
My God.
All
I
right.
hope you guys are ready to
If
get
Arsenal
irons in
scores
the
3
head.
goals, Adam is getting a cannon shaved into his head. If West Ham scores 3 goals, I'm going to get some irons shaved up here. We are just about out of time. I don't want to lose you guys. It's been a shit ton of fun, fellas. We got to have Adam back more.
Please, man.
Yeah.
This is fun.
Well, we're definitely going to bring him back to get his head shaved. Cantac, it was great seeing you as well. Fellas, happy Paddy's Day. I just want to say big up to Guinness for getting these New York Guinness cans. These are fantastic. It has the bridge right there. Fantastic.
Way off.
And it's also filled with this delicious beverage. So happy Paddy's Day to you. Come on, you Gunners. Don't forget to like and subscribe and click the bell. We will see you guys on Sunday.
I'm gonna get my clippers.
Let's go.
I'm gonna get my clippers.
Let's go. Peace from Brooklyn, y'all.